Welcome back to the Fairy Garden Discoveries, where STEM takes flight. Always remember, good designs are created through testing, adjusting, and trying again. When something doesn't work, it isn't failure. It's information that helps us improve. Persistence and patience are at the heart of engineering. You are now listening to Amelia and the Bridge of Many Tries. Amelia loved building things, not the loud kind of building or the fast kind, but the thoughtful kind, where you looked closely, tried carefully, and listened to what the world told you in return. That morning, she stood at the edge of the garden stream, watching water slip and sparkle between two stones. It wasn't a big stream, but it was just wide enough to stop ants, beetles, and snails from crossing easily. Amelia crouched low and studied the gap. If there were a bridge here, she said softly, everyone could get across. She traced lines in the dirt with her finger, this way, then that way, imagining sticks laid side by side, tied together, resting gently on the stones. She smiled. Bridges weren't just things that connected places. They connected ideas to reality. Amelia gathered twigs, grasses, and flat pebbles, setting them in a neat pile beside the stream. She didn't rush. Good designs, she knew, started with careful looking. Amelia knelt by the stream and began to plan. She lined up sticks, choosing the straightest ones first. She tested them between the stones, adjusting their position until they felt steady beneath her fingers. This will be the base, she murmured. Nearby, something shifted slowly. Bibble the snail peeked out from beneath a leaf, blinking in the sunlight. A bridge? Bibble asked, stretching one antenna. Yes, Amelia said with a smile. I'm building one. Bibble considered this carefully. How thoughtful, he said. I do enjoy crossing things. Amelia laughed softly. She tied the sticks together with long strands of grass, pulling gently so nothing snapped. Then she laid the bridge across the stream and pressed down lightly. It wobbled. Amelia paused. That's okay, she said. This is just the first try. Bibble nodded solemnly. I shall observe, he said, very slowly. Amelia leaned closer and tested the bridge again. She pressed one end, then the middle, then the other side. The sticks shifted, but they didn't fall apart. That's something, Amelia said thoughtfully. She stepped back to look at it from above. The bridge was narrow, too narrow, she realized, for anything heavier than a leaf. Before she could say more, Bibble began inching forward. I will test it, he announced. Amelia hesitated. Maybe not yet. But Bibble was already halfway across. The bridge dipped, then dipped more, and then, plop. Bibble slid gently into the shallow water below, landing on a smooth stone with a quiet splash. Oh, he said calmly. That did not work. Amelia's shoulders sank for a moment. Then she took a breath. She knelt beside the stream and helped Bibble back onto dry ground. Thank you, she said. Now I know something important. Bibble smiled. I am happy to help. Amelia studied the bridge again. It bent in the middle, she said. That tells me where it needs help. She didn't feel angry or embarrassed. She felt curious. She added another stick underneath the center and tightened the grass ties. Then she widened the base, placing flatter stones at each end so the bridge rested more firmly. This version might work better, she said. Bibble watched patiently. I admire how calm you are, he said. Amelia smiled. Trying again doesn't mean I failed. It means I learned something. She pressed the bridge gently with her finger. This time, it bent less. Better, Amelia murmured. Bibble inched forward once more. The bridge held. For a moment. Then one tie loosened and the sticks shifted again. "Oh dear," Bibble said softly. Amelia closed her eyes briefly. Then she smiled. "Okay," she said. "That's another clue." And with that, she reached for more grass, ready for the next try. Amelia loosened the grass ties and rebuilt the center of the bridge. "This time," she said, "I'll make it stronger where it bends." She added a second layer of sticks underneath, crossing them carefully so they supported one another. She pressed down gently, then a little more firmly. The bridge dipped, but didn't collapse. Amelia nodded. "That's better." Bibble watched from the stream's edge, his shell glinting in the sunlight. "I am prepared to test again," he announced. Amelia smiled. "Go slowly." Bibble did exactly that. He inched forward, pausing every few steps. The bridge creaked softly but stayed in place. "Oh," Bibble said. "I am floating." Amelia laughed. "You're walking." Bibble reached the middle. The bridge sagged slightly, then steadied. Then one of the stones at the far end shifted. The bridge tilted. Bibble slid backward, safely onto the grass. He said thoughtfully. "Almost." Amelia felt a flicker of disappointment. Then she took a breath. "Almost means it's improving," she said, and she reached for another stone. Amelia rearranged the stones at the base of the bridge. "They need to hold the weight evenly," she murmured. She tested each stone, pressing and wiggling until they sat firmly against the stream's edge. Then she retied the grass, pulling carefully so nothing slipped. "This is called adjusting the design," Amelia said. Bibble nodded slowly. "I approve of designs that adjust." Amelia pressed the bridge again. It barely moved. "That's a good sign," she said. Bibble climbed on once more. This time the bridge held all the way to the middle and beyond. Bibble reached the far side and paused. "I have crossed," he said proudly. Amelia beamed. Then, crack. One tie loosened and the bridge dipped just enough to make Bibble wobble. He slid gently to the ground. "Oh dear," he said. "The bridge has opinions." Amelia chuckled, though her shoulders sagged. "Okay," she said. "That's important information." She didn't walk away. She knelt back down. Amelia sat quietly for a moment, studying the bridge from every angle. "It's strong in the middle now," she said, "but the ties aren't strong enough." She replaced the grass with thicker strands, weaving them over and under the sticks instead of tying them in one place. "This spreads the force," she explained. Bibble listened carefully. "So the bridge shares the work," he said. "Yes," Amelia replied, "just like teams do." She tested the bridge again. Solid. She pressed harder. Still solid. Bibble crawled on. The bridge didn't bend. It didn't creak. Bibble reached the other side and stayed there. Silence. Then, "I am across," Bibble said calmly. Amelia's smile spread slowly. She didn't cheer or jump. She just looked closely. "Let's test it again," she said. Bibble raised an antenna. Of course. Good designs, Amelia knew, weren't proven by one success. They were proven by repeating it. Amelia tested the bridge again. She pressed it with her finger. She tapped it lightly with a stone. She checked each tie. Bibble crossed back and forth. Once, then twice. The bridge held. "I believe," Bibble said, "this bridge is becoming trustworthy." Amelia laughed. "That's the goal." She watched ants begin to cross one by one. Then a beetle paused, tested the bridge with a foot, and continued. The bridge swayed slightly, but stayed strong. Amelia felt warmth spread through her chest. It wasn't right the first time, she said. Or the second, or the third. Bibble nodded. Neither was I. Amelia smiled. Every try taught me something new, she said. Each change made it better. The bridge stood quietly over the stream, built not from perfect ideas, but from many thoughtful attempts. And Amelia knew there was still more to learn. Amelia watched the bridge as more creatures noticed it. First came a line of ants, marching carefully across. Then a beetle paused, tapped the bridge with one foot, and continued on its way. The bridge dipped slightly, then steadied itself. Amelia leaned closer. It works, she said softly, but I want to know how it works. Bibble crossed again, slower this time. The bridge feels different now, he observed. Amelia nodded. That's because it's carrying weight in more places. She pressed gently on one side. The bridge shifted, but did not bend. That tells me the supports are sharing the load, she said. Bibble smiled. I enjoy structures that share. Amelia smiled too. The bridge wasn't just a bridge anymore. It was a collection of choices. Every adjustment layered on top of the last, each one shaped by what hadn't worked before. And Amelia knew that even good designs needed watching, because the world was always testing them. Later that afternoon, the water in the stream rose slightly after a quick rain. Amelia noticed right away. The bridge is lower than before, she said. Bibble looked down at the water flowing beneath. Yes, he said calmly. It appears wetter. Amelia tested the bridge again. The current tugged gently at the grass ties. That's new, she murmured. The conditions changed. She tightened the ties and added a small stone anchor at one end. This isn't fixing a mistake, she explained. It's adapting. Bibble nodded. I also adapt, he said, mostly by waiting. Amelia laughed. She tested the bridge once more. It held. She didn't feel frustrated. She felt prepared. Engineering, Amelia knew, wasn't about building something once and walking away. It was about responding, again and again, to a changing world. As evening approached, Amelia sat back and looked at the bridge quietly. She thought about how many times it hadn't worked, how many times it had surprised her, how many small changes had added up to something strong. I used to think failing meant stopping, she said aloud. Bibble tilted his head. And now? Now I think it means learning, Amelia replied. Bibble smiled slowly. I fail often, he said. Usually at being fast. Amelia giggled. The bridge didn't fail, she continued. It gave me information. She touched the wood gently. Each try showed me something new, where it bent, where it held, what needed support. Bibble crossed one last time and paused in the center. I trust this bridge, he said. Amelia felt a quiet pride settle in her chest, not because she had built something perfect, but because she had kept going. As the sun dipped low, the bridge rested calmly over the stream. Creatures crossed without hesitation now. No wobbling, no slipping, just steady steps from one side to the other. Amelia packed away her extra sticks and grass. I'll probably improve it again someday, she said. Bibble nodded. Of course. Things are always changing. Amelia looked at the bridge one last time. It wasn't the first idea that worked, she said. And it wasn't the second. Bibble smiled. But you didn't quit. No, Amelia said. I tried again. The bridge stood because of every attempt, successful or not. And Amelia knew something important now. Trying again wasn't a sign of failure. It was the heart of good design. As evening settled over the garden, the stream grew quiet. The bridge rested calmly between the stones, no longer wobbling or shifting. It looked different than Amelia's first idea, but stronger, steadier, and more thoughtful. Amelia sat beside it and traced the wood with her fingers. "I didn't get it right the first time," she said softly. Bibble rested nearby, watching the water drift beneath the bridge. "Nor the second," Amelia continued. "Or the third." Bibble nodded slowly. "Good bridges are rarely born perfect," he said. Amelia smiled. Each attempt had left its mark. Extra supports, tighter ties, wider footing. Every change came from something that hadn't worked before. She realized something important. The bridge wasn't strong in spite of its failures. It was strong because of them. Bibble crossed one last time and paused in the middle. "This bridge remembers your patience," he said. Amelia laughed softly. "I think I do too." As the sun dipped below the garden wall, Amelia gathered her tools and stood. The bridge stayed behind, quiet, useful, and ready for the next crossing. Amelia looked at it one more time. "Trying again didn't mean I was bad at building," she said. "It meant I was learning how to build better." Bibble smiled. "I am very good at learning slowly," he said. "And you are very good at not giving up." Amelia felt warmth bloom in her chest. Engineering, she knew now, wasn't about getting things right immediately. It was about asking questions, testing ideas, noticing what happened, and choosing what to change next. She waved goodbye to the bridge. Tomorrow she might improve it again, or build something new. Either way, she knew what to do when things didn't work the first time. She would pause, she would think, and she would try again. And that, Amelia knew, was how strong things were made.